Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Simple Stories. I'm using the new Spooky Nights Halloween collection, which is super fun. I absolutely love it. I'm a massive fan of Halloween and I love Halloween scrapbooking. I think it's one of my favourite things to scrapbook. So I am starting off with a piece of black cardstock, and I have this fabulous multicoloured star paper from the Spooky Nights collection. It is a black background with multicoloured stars on. So you've got green ones and orange ones and white ones and dark grey and blue. I've started off with that, trimmed it down to about 11¼ inches, distressed the edges and stuck it to my black cardstock background. I'm planning to have a big cluster down the bottom of this layout today. And the main reason for that is because I want to show off that beautiful paper. It's so awesome that I don't want to cover too much of it up. So I am going to cluster my photos at the bottom and use one of the journaling card elements papers and the bits and pieces from that to use as paper layers. So they're all going to go down the bottom. I've got my 2 photos. I've got 3 journaling cards there. One is quite long. One is the black one, which is pretty normal size, and then there's a smaller square one as well. So this paper in the collection has lots of different size journaling cards on. They're not all 3x4 or 4x4 or 2x2 or anything like that. They're a real mixture, and they're popping up in a few of the newer collections, and I really like them because they just give a bit of interest. So yeah, I just like the varying sizes. Okay, so I'm just toying with the idea of which title to use. I really want to use one of the large foam stickers from the phrase foam stickers, and I've gone for the word eek, but it just didn't quite look right. So anyway, I tried it at the top and I tried it to the right, and in the end I decided to go right on the right, but right down the bottom. So I'm kind of creating a horizontal line across the bottom. Apologies that my layout has gone off screen a little bit. I've changed the way I film slightly and clearly don't quite have it right. So yeah, I am slightly off camera there, so sorry about that. You can see 95% of the layout, but that bottom corner, typically where I'm working, is just slightly off. So sorry about that. Hopefully I'll realise soon and push it up. Okay, so thinking about whether I should put a little bit at the top to balance the layout. So I was thinking initially straight above the tallest journaling card, but actually over on the right hand side that balances that out because you have the big journaling card on the left, and then you have a much lower gap down on the right up where the title is. So therefore, by having the little bit at the top, that kind of balances that out a little bit. So that works well up there. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put up there. I really like this little banner with the word boo, but that actually doesn't make the cut. It just didn't quite look right. I put some other larger, more solid coloured elements up there in the end. So, okay, you can see that I have stuck my big cluster together. I've got my 2 photos, 3 journaling cards, and then the word eek from the foam stickers, and that is the basics, the base of this layout. But I just felt that I had a big gap above the left-hand photo, so I just found a journaling card from the bits and pieces, or the journal bits, I think, that would fit nicely in there. It had a cobweb on, that was perfect. So I've just popped that in there as well. Of course, I've distressed the edges of everything. I have a little spider, so he's going on there. He's from the bits and pieces. I've got trick or treat bag over on the right. That's from the bits and pieces as well. And the word haunted arrow, that's from the bits and pieces. I'm just putting in in some potion bottles as well. So bottom left I've got a magic potion bottle, and over on the right I've got a poison bottle. They're both from the bits and pieces as well. I'm loving the bits and pieces and the journal bits. They're all really awesome, really usable things. I always love Halloween collections because they are so themed. And as long as you have Halloween photos, of course, then you can just go to town. It just comes together so easily because everything works. So now I'm just trying to put that cluster together at the top right. And like I said, I swapped out the boo bunting for larger, more solid items, and that's because the bunting was different colours and it was quite slim, and it was getting lost in the busy pattern paper in the background. So the larger, more solid items worked better there. So I have saved the boo for a different layout. Okay, so just adding a few label stickers. I've got a big word boo going across the top left photo. That's from the sticker sheet. I've added some label stickers from the sticker sheet. So Hey Pumpkin, Candy Inspector, October, One Cool Ghoul, Eat, Drink and Be Scary. So quite a few awesome phrases there. Just putting those in. Quite often what I do with the label stickers from the sticker sheet is I treat them as ephemera, so I distress the edges slightly and raise them on foam pads. I've also got a couple of sweeties or candies down the bottom by the title, overlapping the title slightly. They are both from the Bits and Pieces pack. At the top there, I've just added a pumpkin sticker. He's a sticker, but I've stuck him flat at the bottom and then raised the top bit on foam pads just to give him a little bit of dimension. And added another poison bottle in my little cluster above the title there as well. I'm just making sure everything is stuck in place because this layout has come together really quickly. Actually, I've just kind of thrown it all on the layout, and I quite often forget that some things are just tacked in place and not stuck properly. So just had to go around to make sure all my journaling cards, photos, and ephemera was all stuck down with foam pads. And wasn't going to walk off the page later on. So just added a few stars from the foam sticker sheet. Coming in now with some decorative brads. I love these. They are adhesive, super easy to use. You can just literally stick them on wherever you want to go. No prongs to go through the layout. No injuries with pokey tools, and no catching on your other layouts when you put them in your page protectors on the prongs on the back. If I do use those, I cover them with tape now, because I've learnt. Okay, so pretty much done actually. Wondering what else I'm going to do. But I'll just write in some journaling, of course. So just wrote in the cutest little pumpkin I have ever seen, and he really was. What a cutie. This is last year. So I wonder what this year's Halloween costumes will be. Okay, and that is me done. So I hope you have enjoyed this layout. I love the Spooky Nights. This was the first layout I've made with it, and it was so easy to make, just came together so quickly. A total pleasure to create with. So yeah, check out Spooky Nights. Thank you so very much for joining me. That was Nikki Rowland for Simple Stories.